Hey, what's up, guys? Sean here. I go by Taylor Exchange on YouTube, and today we're packing up orders. If you're new and you've never seen a live, I've been running these whenever I ship. It's typically been on the weekend, but I figured maybe I'll go during the week, see if some of the people who aren't watching on the weekend are able to like jump in today. And honestly, I just need some accountability because I've been getting really sidetracked. I feel like my brain is splitting in different directions. I have like a couple business ideas, a couple like digital products. Um, anyway, I'm gonna just jump on. I got 19 items to pack up, and it's about 400 and something dollars, $403.12. So yeah, I posted 32 items yesterday, and all the items I posted were board shorts. Like every single one was board shorts or like swim trunks. So maybe that affected a little bit of the sales because of the diversity. But those will end up selling. A lot of people are hitting me up for board shorts and things like that. So I hope everyone is doing all right today. I hope you can hear me good. I got the mic here. It's a cheap mic, but it's better than the onboard mic for the iMac. I have I put the link tree. So link tree is a lot easier to use because I can upload the Amazon associate links for like the different products I use, and I don't have to copy and paste to every single video. You guys can see the Google Doc on the link tree. And yes, I did the buy me a coffee just because I don't know. I figure like I can build an account for my son and I can just whatever like couple dollars I get, if anyone decides to donate, then I can just like put that in account for him and I don't really have to touch that unless it's like unless there's something I want to buy with it. But it's mainly going to be for diapers and like baby needs. He's now at his 4 months. We did the 4 month appointment today. He is almost 15 pounds and he grew 3 inches in 2 months. So he's trying to catch up to me in height. So I'm going to try to get him set up in life. And this business is just one business that I'm doing right now. I got plans for more. So let's get straight into the first item. Also, leave some comments or like let me know in the chat. Would you guys rather see live shipping videos where I can kind of interact with you guys instead of the what sold videos? And then also, I'm thinking maybe just do like a nice production of a sourcing video because that video did pretty well and it's getting a lot of views. And it's more fun for me to edit a sourcing video than a what sold video because I hate doing the pop-ups and stuff. And I figure with this one, I can tell you like some of the better sales, which are towards the end of the video of this live. And I can kind of tell you some of those and some of the items that I think people sleep on, some of the I call them like sleepers in the thrift, not just brands, but styles and cheaper brands. I'm going to see about closing that. It's like too bright on my forehead. Okay. So anyway, you let me know what kind of videos you like. I'm going to try this. I'm not running for 3 hours. I only have 19 items. That live that I just put out this weekend, I got a little crazy with it. I don't know if it was trying to hit 3,000 subs or just there were so many people. I think we had 84 people was the top on that live, and it was just kind of like exhilarating. I had a bunch of adrenaline running, and I had the Monster Energy drink flowing through my veins. So let's get started though. Dana Taylor, I love the last name. What type of board shorts? So the main board shorts you'll see in the thrift store, at least in my area, Texas here, is your Quicksilvers, your Billabongs, your Hurleys, your Rip Curl. Um, those are pretty good. Like even like Oakley, I would kind of stay away from Nike because there's a lot of Nike. Also, pick the ones out like when you look at the rack, if it catches your eye, take a look at it. The problem with board shorts and swim trunks is George, the Walmart brand, is starting to put out some like fire pieces, and it every time I pick them up, it's like a nice floral print, but it's Walmart, and I don't want to be selling Walmart because it's just difficult. So I would say if it's not lined, that's a different like board shorts are typically not lined. Lined is the mesh netting in the swim trunks. And I pick up like more of the name brand, like you have your Vuori, even Ralph Lauren has decent sales, on swim trunks. But yeah, those are some of the ones, Dana, that I look at. Raya, been watching all of your videos from the very start. No, please don't watch those videos. I was actually updating the descriptions to put the current link tree. And like what I had going on with my face and like my really long hair, I look like a pirate in a couple of those. So thanks for watching them. They're pretty interesting. It's nice to see how far I've come and how like I had one with an Emerson fan, those like vintage fans. I was like, I spent $43 at an estate sale for that, and it sold for $127, and then you got to pack it up. So it's just it's a different style of reselling when you're the everything seller, right? But it is exciting. Like those hunts, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work people don't realize, whenever you have to learn about every single item, have to pack it every single which way. Clothes, it all packs like the same. So live on what sold. Yeah, Matt. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I like it. I'm going to try to keep it to an hour. We're going to try to knock these out. I get really distracted though. So this is just the Wrangler George Strait. It's a size small. I took an offer on it. A lot of these first sales are from like my clear out inventory, and there's nothing special, but they all are profitable. I don't lose money on many items, almost never. So we're gonna pack this one up. Yeah, it looks like 23 people. I figured there's some people here that are full timers that maybe they're stay at home parents and they do it part time, something like that is kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, I've had a day. I mean, I had my son's appointment. My wife, she's got a little bit of the reseller bug in her, which I'm thrilled about because she has nothing to do with the business. She doesn't help me whatsoever. And what she is doing is there's like this community thing in our town where you consign your items, and like this company, it's called Just Between Friends. And it's mainly baby stuff, but I actually took like I think 15 or no 20 like women's jeans, because you could sell like juniors, and I just put regular jeans. So I put them all at $4. So like if I get $3 a piece, that's fine, because I'm done with low quality women's jeans. I'll still pick up the Ariats and the some of the silvers and things like that, but I'm done with the low end jeans. Anyway, we had to drop all the stuff off there, and it was like, I think it was 1,500 items total, and you're talking like houseware, baby stuff, a lot. So she can track the sales in the categories that she has set up on the phone or computer while the sales going for the next like few days. Liz Moore, I just started watching you and you're great. Congrats on your baby. Thank you. Thank you. His name's Seth. So he is 14 pounds, I think 9 ounces, and he is 24 and a half inches long. So he's 4 months. He was a month early too. Okay. This is kind of cool. I don't pick up Tommy Hilfiger very often, but if the prints are really loud, I pick it up. It sold for like $16, $17 ship. So not something I would look to pick up, but I don't know. Like Tommy Hilfiger like screams, like a good brand, but it's not the 90s anymore. So it's really not that good, but I don't know. I see people pick up the vintage stuff, and I put vintage in this one. I'm pretty sure it was. It's a flannel too, but it just had that loud print. So, it was a pearl snap too. So it had a bunch of things going for it, and it still didn't sell for that much money. So maybe not so great on that. It still sold though. It hit my 50% off discount. So this one here is a Nike purple stripe polo. I don't know what it sold for. The computer's being a little slow. This is an international sale too. Huh. That's weird. Glendale Heights, Illinois. Is it Illinois or Illinois? Illinois. Okay, yeah, here we go. So yeah, this is a purple stripe Nike golf polo. Now, if you guys see these polos, $3, I'd be pretty comfortable picking it up if there's no flaws. This one sold for $9.59 plus $8.99 shipping is what I do for all my items. So that's actually a really good sale. $19 shipped, like $18.99. It's the $10 offer plus the $8.99 shipping. That's where a lot of my sales come in. And if you pay like less than $4, you're going to be able to make some cash flow and kind of float that on. So it's a pretty good little range to be in. I know it's not like great money, but it's really consistent money. And now that it's spring, like I'll see a lot more of those sales come in. Yeah, these have been in my store though for probably like anywhere from 4 to 8 months, most of these items, in order to hit that sale. Matt Schmidt. So many resellers only do videos and lives on thrift shopping and garage sales. It's nice to see helpful It's so nice and helpful to find that you did a video on the listing process. Thank you. Yeah, I am surprised how well that first video did. I tried to like replicate it. I tried to carbon copy it for pants just because that I wasn't monetized when that first one came out. It like launched me into monetization, but had I been monetized, that would have made me like a few $100 because it had 24,000 views. So it probably would have been like $250. It's pretty much $10 for every 1,000 views. And I tried to recreate it so I could get like a good chunk, but it's fine. And I really want the YouTube money to like increase my YouTube like production. Like I want this to be more of a studio. Like I just have one light. I'd rather have like those stand-up lights and like just different things to make it better. So that's what I'm like saving the money for currently. And then that's something that I'm good at, right? Like I'm good at listing. I can list things really fast. I don't think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people get stuck with looking up comps and filling out 1,000 item specifics and writing a description and I just wanted to share like I've never done any of that and I've made a lot of sales. So I don't think as much as eBay would want you to fill like everything out, maybe it does help the search, but unless it's like an item over $50, I really don't put much effort into the listing for it because it's going to convert. But yeah, it's tough to think of video ideas. And the reason people do the garage sale videos is because YouTube pays more for that video. Like, for example, I said $10 for 1,000 views. Well, like, let's see. If you do a garage sale video, the ad rate is closer to like $24, like 22 to 24, and the YouTube creator gets 45% of that amount per 1,000 pretty much. So that's why you see a lot of the garage sales and because more people like casual viewers will watch the garage sale stuff. Like I will never be as big as some of the people if I continue this pace just because they want to feed off of that thrill of the hunt, the American picker style thing. This one's a Ralph Lauren. It's the vintage with green and white print, and it went for $7 plus $8.99 shipping. So right at the $16 mark, definitely lower than I want to be on that. But there's times that exact shirt sells for $23 to $25. So that's why I pick them up. So yeah, that's Matt, that's just why people do that. So for me, the other part that's tricky is I don't want to come off as like a know-it-all like on how to do eBay. Like I do well on eBay, but I don't want to come off as like this is the way to do it, because there's a lot of different ways you could do it. I just shared like my knowledge and I'm glad that a lot of people are receptive to it because it's just nice to know like it's like reassurance that okay, yeah, it is a pretty good way to do it because it's speeding up people's process and they're able to make more sales and list a few items more per day. So this is Lucky Brand. Lucky Brand used to be like the gene to buy, and it got picked up, I think, by Costco, and it really tanked in its numbers. So these went for like $6 plus shipping, which is pretty much break even on a pair of jeans because it's got to go priority. But with the $8.99 shipping, I'm always up on the shipping. And yeah, it's one of my bigger knocks on the store. People are like, why is it so high for shipping? But I mean, it's shipping and handling really. And honestly, the shipping rates, I wouldn't be surprised if priority mail ends up being like $8 to $9. Like it'll probably be $8 next year. So it's just nice to be a little ahead of it and I don't got to make all those adjustments later. Although the bulk editing tool is pretty nice. But yeah, so I got 32 items listed yesterday. It was like shorts, board shorts. And honestly, I'd like to be higher. Like before, naively, before my kid came, I was like, I'll do 40 a day, which, I could do. But with the kid, it's just there's so many X factors that come into play. And then like the ability of being like work for home, like do your own thing is you can get pulled off to do other tasks to help people like family and friends. And if you're not careful, that can kind of eat into your workday. This is an Under Armour striped polo. This is a 2XL. It only went for $5.59 plus shipping. Kind of tricky when it comes to these polos. Like I said before, like the same polos can sell for $25, but then sometimes they just don't hit right away. Maybe because it went all winter and the listing just didn't convert through the winter time. So then it hits the sale and it converts. But yeah, I typically look for like 2XLs and bigger. You're gonna be a pretty safe bet on a lot of polos. But anything that's like loud, like anything that catches your eye, the solid colors just don't do as well. They're not as strong. Matt said he likes the nuts and bolts of listing and shipping. All right, dude. I mean, maybe I'll do some more, but it's kind of like how much more can you put out there if you have the video that shows it? Because I don't really want to do the same thing over and over again. But I just thought most people want to see what sells and like me buying it. Filming the thrift store is pretty funny. I mean, it's definitely a task. It's like a challenge, but I may do it tomorrow. I'm going on my thrift trip tomorrow, and then it's like those Scotty Camerons. I counted them; they're all up here. I had 12 Scotty Cameron like embroidered polos, and I ended up getting 26 at that store. The other ones were just they were still really nice and like cool prints, but it's nice to have that recorded for like the history of the business because you're not gonna find those Scotty Camerons like that bunched up at a store almost never. Like probably never, probably not again this year for sure. Liz Moore said, I used to list fast, but now my puppy space is in my office, so I don't get much done. I'm lucky to get 5 to 10 listings every couple of days. I can't wait for the weather to get better so I can go outside. Oh, so he can go outside. Yeah, I have a Labradoodle that's in the he's probably sleeping right now. Anytime like I turn the lights down so that he kind of just relaxes, but I'll let him outside and he barks at squirrels and I don't have him in here just because of the hair situation. I thought he would be like my last dog. I had a black lab. He would just lay down and not do anything. He was an old dog. Now I have a young pup and he's crazy. So yeah, I feel you on that. You must have other money coming in if you're only doing that amount of listings though. So is it more of like just kind of like a side like here and there? That well, obviously here and there, but it's cool to have that ability to sell too, because then anything you buy, you're kind of renting it because you can always resell it for like 70%, 50%. This is an Under Armour. This is the mock neck. It's like the base layer men's XL in blue. This sold for $9.09 plus $8.99 shipping. So decent. I don't know. Under Armour, I'm a little on the fence about their long sleeves. I talked about that last time. I get a lot of returns for the compression stuff. I think a lot of like chunky people buy it thinking that they're like some of the athletes they see on TV and then they put it on and it just doesn't work. So, but they sell pretty often though. They sell pretty often. There's like a glare like from this screen. Yeah. So one of the things I was thinking of, and you guys let me know, what would you guys be interested in like a document that has answers to buyers' questions, like a long like list, like when buyer asks, can you do combined shipping? Like whether you want to agree or disagree, like a really good answer for it. And I can go off of like my experience and I can just draft out some stuff and I'll kind of use what I use with my business. But I was thinking of putting like a big thing out there and then putting it just like on the link, on the link tree. So if you guys like would get use out of that, if that's a good idea, I don't know, because you get a lot of off the ball questions, but sometimes people respond incorrectly. And I think the problem with it is whenever you have a troubled customer and you respond like passionately or just come off as kind of sharp, eBay sees all that messages. So it's best to almost not message them, but you do have to kind of like appease them, especially when say it's delivered, say the item says delivered and they say it didn't show up. Like you can think about what to say, or you can have this document and you can just copy and paste what would be good to say. So that's kind of something that I'm thinking of making. And I don't think I'm going to like put a charge on it. It's just going to be out there on the link tree, which the link tree is a really cool thing to use. I really like how it's set up. It was kind of confusing, but it took like 45 minutes to like make and figure out. So I'm going to start doing that. And I was looking at Kaylee Eileen. She's somebody who I look at a lot on YouTube and kind of share ideas with. So she's doing a lot of good things. And she had like a really cool link tree set up and with different things. And I thought, you know what, maybe I could make like almost like Matt Thrift Life has that brand list manifesto. I was thinking maybe I can put like best practice things on there. Maybe somebody could use. It's like before you send the angry message back to him, like go to one of the questions I have and then like put that, just copy and paste that like nice answer. You can still be like firm with them, but it saves you the mental real estate. Like when it comes to those questions, it really throws me off, especially if somebody's mad or like confused. It's almost like you get stuck into the question and you lose track of all work. But if you could just like even use text plays right into your messages on the desktop and just like pre-populate a whole paragraph, not have to think about it and just move on with your day. That's kind of like my vision for it. And if you guys don't do this already, but I have text like shortcuts in my phone. So when I'm sourcing and I'm typing in like comps, like Polo Ralph Lauren's a super common one. It's like 20% of my store. I just type in PO and it populates the whole 3 names or whatever. So if you do that for your responses for common questions on eBay, and the buyer says, can you combine ship these 2 orders? I type in CS and it pre-populates my shipping policy pretty much. And it just saves me so much time from typing it out. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as that goes. This is just a Tommy Bahama gray shirt, graphic tee. It's got the swordfish on it. It sold for $2.80 plus $8.99. So pretty much these tees I'd pay like a few bucks for, sometimes like $1. And like I sell a lot of Tommy Bahama, and I was like, let me just try this shirt. It didn't do well, so I'm gonna stay away from some of that. One thing I fall into a trap of is the Columbia PFG t-shirts. And the reason I say that, oh my gosh. Let's get that one printed. The reason I say that is the Columbia PFG t-shirts are really cool. They got like awesome graphics, but they don't have a good sell-through and they don't sell for that much. But it's like I would wear that shirt. I know I wear a lot of black shirts, but I fall into the trap of what looks good and I think will sell it, and it just the data's not there. Why, gal? What is the limit of what you pay per shirt or shorts at the Goodwill? That's a good question. So a lot of it comes down to if it's first class or priority. So we'll start with priority because jeans is a good example on this one. If a jean has like, and let's leave sell-through rate out of it because I've talked about this before. Whenever an item has like a low sell-through rate, I'm confident it'll sell faster in my store than somebody else's, just because of the size of the store and the sales history of the store. But if it's a pair of jeans and let's say the top end jean, like, perfectly used condition is like $40 and the sell-through, is there, I would pay like $10 for that. And that's $9.99 plus the tax here. In Texas, it's $10.81. So that's like $11. And then I'm okay accepting $30, but I don't want to go less. I will accept $25 on a $10 pair of jeans, but that's like how a lot of these sales are when you're just trying to push it out. But I expect 30 at least plus $8.99 shipping. So you're close to the 40, but the top end line is 50. So 10 into 40. If it's first class, the max label I think right now is like $6.44 or possibly $6 something if it's like the Puerto Rico and like Hawaii, that type of thing. So like on a t-shirt, and a lot of shirts don't sell for that much money. I mean, there's some that do, but it would be something like $7, I think. I've gone as high as $9 on an item that I know sells strong to sell for like $25. So you're like 9 plus, let's just say 15 off of the item plus the label. So you're down to $10 profit plus you got to, and then minus the fees. So you're almost at like that $6-7 range for profit. And I'm okay doing that because I have thousands of items in my store, But if you have like less than 500 items or even 1,000 and you don't want to mess with $6 profits, then you would be looking more into the model of like $3 or less into 25 or more. You wouldn't really want to do 7 into 20 shipped, if that makes any sense. Maybe I could make a list for that. That might be a good one, Liz, or Y-Gal. That might be a good one to make. But it's all subjective, right? Because it depends on your store. It depends on your comfort of like how much cash flow do you have to spend? Can you let thousands of dollars sit in your store and not touch that money and get it 6 months later? Like this shirt, I made like $3 probably. Are you okay spending $4 to make $3 6 months from now? Some people aren't. I know I wasn't when I started. That's why I was buying like Emerson fans, crap like that. So yeah, and the other one that's really good is $1 into $20 shipped. I think that's a really strong one for first class. A lot of people sleep on. My mother-in-law's calling. I'm gonna have to call her back. Let me see, real quick. Apologize. Hello.
Hey, are you busy?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just talk to you later.
All right, bye. Sorry for answering that. The only reason I answer is because, like, if it's an emergency, you should answer. But then it's like, if it's not that big of an emergency, then, I don't know. It's weird with phones. Do you guys get tripped out with phones? Because back whenever I grew up, it'd be like, be home at this time. And I'd go play all day with my friends, like 8-10 hours, and then come back home. And I'd never have a phone. But now if I leave the house without my phone, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what if something happens? Like, back then, like, if something happened, you'd learn about it later. So I don't know. I feel like I got to answer, especially because, like, people know that I'm here. So if they need me, they can call and I can go help them. Let's see where we're at. Liz says, I'm a volleyball referee and I work at a grocery store. eBay is my hobby. Volleyball referee, that's a cool one. I can get down with some volleyball. I feel like playing on court, though, is just so, like painful. I don't know. That's cool, though. Gary Stenshorn. Hey, Taylor. New follower here. Welcome to the team. Looking for a few of your items. Can you talk about the offers you do and how often do you do them? Oh, that's a great question. And he goes, what type of phone and where do you do that? Are you talking about the text shortcuts? You can do it on any phone. It's like in the dictionary part of the messaging. I think it's in the app itself. 4403. Oh, shoot. This sale came in after the fact. Yeah, that's the other thing. Some sales come in while I'm shipping, and then I end up clicking on the item. I'm going to talk about this one. This is a pair of Cinch white label jeans. This is a good example. So this one sold for $23.99 plus $8.99 shipping. And I've either paid $5 for these, $7, or I paid like $10 for these Cinch jeans. But at $24 plus my $9 shipping, that's definitely good enough to do. So let's get back to Gary. He's a new follower. He's talking about offers. I send offers as fast and as often as I can. I used to do it all for my phone, but now that I have so much time around the office and stuff, I just kind of, when I come back to my desk, I look at the offers. And then anything over $20 plus shipping, I do a 20% offer. And then anything below $20 plus shipping, I do a 30% offer. And I do that all the time. The only time I don't send an offer is if it's like a piece I just know has the value. And I'll send like a 10% just to send the offer out, or even I just won't send it. But yeah, I send those offers out all the time. And I bet you, I did the math at one point, but I bet you like over 50% is from offers. I think it was like 43% the last time I did it. It's a significant amount. And that's me sending them. And then I think it's also me receiving offers. I definitely take a lot of offers, like especially when I price something at $15.99, I get like a $14 offer, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna take that. So if you don't have offers on and you're priced at $15.99 and they offer $1.99 less, you're gonna miss out on that sale, and that stinks, man. You want to get those sales. I have the iPhone 14 Pro, and I'm proud to say I'm an iPhone user. I was not for the majority of my life, and I'm hooked, man. There's some things I don't like about it, though. I will tell you that. The eBay app, I don't think is as efficient on the iPhone as it is on the Android operating system. Let's see. John Gamble, do you promote listings? I do not, sir. Do not promote listings. Matt gave the thumbs up. Isn't it weird how they give you the color option for the thumbs up? Because I'm like this color, but in the summer I'm like darker, because I'm half Panamanian. So like it's always conflicted. I never know whether to put white or Hispanic on the gender, not gender, but the nationality type stuff. So I don't know. It's fine. Taylor, you're in trouble. Yeah, no, Gary, it was just my mother-in-law. She probably, like, sometimes she does she does floral arrangements, like custom floral arrangements. And sometimes she gets confused with shipping, and she'll ask me for help on shipping. And I have her card on account with the pirate ship, and I'll be like, come bring it over, and I'll pack it up. can get you the best rate you can get. So it might have been about that. But whenever, like, okay, like, do people call you and they're like, "Are you busy?" And it's kind of like, I mean, if I answered, I'm not that busy. But then if you ask if I'm busy, then you're thinking it's not that important. So it really throws me off as to what to do in that situation. And I don't want to, I mean, I went live here to be live with you guys for at least an hour. And that was like, that's my business goal today, is to ship these items in an hour, which I think I'll hit it. We're about halfway. I think I'll hit it. But I want to answer questions and I want to do this. So I can help her after, and I got to get these to the post office. That is like the only requirement of a reseller, is to get your items to the post office, because that's the worst thing you can do, is not ship. Eric, you have to fix the link tree. It says people need access. I'll have to do that. Let me see. Needs access. I wonder if I put the one for like, I wonder if I put the one that I get to, but not the one. It should be the one that's open. But see, some people have gone to it though. That's what I'm wondering. I wonder if it's, I'll have to look at it. Hey, tell me, Eric, go to the most recent video and let me know if it's having that issue on the most recent one. And then go to one that's like 8 down and tell me if that one's different, because those might be 2 different links. That's probably it. Do you pay, Wild on Tech asked, do you pay for an eBay store subscription? Absolutely. It's the $59.95 or something a month. It gets you 10,000 listings. And what people don't understand about the listings is like it every month, like, it redoes the ones that you haven't sold. So I have 5,000 items. I'm not listing 5,000 a month, but like those 5,000 will be taken off for the next month. And then whatever I list that month. So say I list 1,500 items or something like that, then that's 6,500. So you need a store that can handle what you have listed on your store and then what you post for the month until it restarts. I'm glad you told me about Linktree though, because yeah, it's a nice one to use. It's pretty convenient because I can just upload the Google Docs with my link and not have to copy and paste on every single video, that are the old videos. I mean, I can set it up to where every new upload has the right stuff on it, but the Linktree gives me that option to just go off the Google Doc. Gary, if she calls back, I know I'm in trouble, Gary. If my mother-in-law calls back a second time, then yeah, I'm in trouble. Hey, Drew, what's up, man? Yeah, doing well, dude. My son had his 4-month appointment today, and it went great. He's growing really well. He's laughing and stuff. He got his shots, though. He did not like the shots. I'll tell you that. He does not like shots, but I don't like shots either. I don't mind him. Like, I don't cry like he does. I don't anymore. But like he cried. He cried, and it was like bleeding. His leg was like bleeding some too. I felt pretty bad, but it's kind of like, I mean, he won't remember, He won't remember. Let's see. Oh, I haven't even been talking about it, man. This was a cheap sale. Some of these are getting better. This is an Untuck It. I took a cheap price on it. I took $9 plus $8.99 shipping. It's a 3XL white shirt, and I don't know. I don't think Untuck It's where it is. It's not where it used to be. So I didn't mind taking it. And I got to take this bag out. So like it was 12.1 ounces. So I'm taking this bag out to get it like clearly under 12 ounces. Because if you guys notice, if you type in the wrong weight, or say you like put it on the scale too fast and don't notice, you'll get charged like $1.12 or whatever the difference is from the post office. More often than not, though, they'll refund you if they overcharged you. If you put in the wrong weight, that happens, because they'll weigh it sometimes on their end. Okay. I'm going to write Linktree down because I'll forget, dude. Linktree. And you said it said Linktree. You said it says people need access. Oh, okay. I hate like that kind of stuff when it doesn't work. Gary said, when you first started, did you create a store or sell one item at a time to get your feet wet, then create a store? I didn't do a store until it cost more to do a store or to do the listings yourself. There's a 30, I think it's 30 cents. And I don't know the exact number. I used to know it, but you can do the math to figure out what the cheapest store is. But now the cheapest store has so many more listings than what it used to have. So I would just kind of figure that math out and whatever it is, like just do the multiplication and see if it's cheaper to get a store. But no, I'm very cheap. Like I've done things very cheap for a very long time. And even now that I have more money, like cash flow wise through the store, I still don't, I'm still very conservative with it because that's just kind of how I am. I like to play it safe when it comes to that. So yeah, because those expenses, like they really add up. Like I talk about daily refinements because I've copied his model. I have not paid for his group because $35 a month, yes, you get the value with it, and maybe it's good to give them that, you know. But at the same time, a lot of people pay for that and they've got the value and they just continue paying and continue paying. And then it's like a Netflix thing. Like those that type of money really adds up. And I know that because I run on such small margins. Like I understand where the dollars go. And I don't know. So I stay away from getting store subscriptions, like buying extra stuff. Like I used an iPad mini too, and that thing had like, I don't know how many, I think it was like 5 megapixels. I used that for like years, like a year and a half. And then I started, because even though my personal phone was better for the camera, I didn't want to deal with the photos on my phone. Like even though you could just delete them, I just didn't want to have my phone tied to anything. Because if I was doing photos and my phone rang, it would just throw everything off. So I used the iPad mini too. And then I finally spent like a little bit to get the iPhone 7 Plus because it has a lot of megapixels on the back camera. But yeah, you don't need to be flashy with this. You just need to be, you need to find stuff that people want to buy, is what it is. Liz, do you still on multiple platforms or just eBay? I just do eBay. I opened all the platforms up at one point in time when I first started, like the first month, and I was making sales. I opened all of them. I made a Poshmark, Amazon, Mercari, all of them. And then my mom was telling me like, maybe you should just stick to one, you know? And I was like, why? You know, and she said, well, you're making the most money on eBay. So just kind of do that and then decide to go to the other ones. And then it didn't really make sense to go back. I will tell you this. I went to eBay Open in Austin and it was still like 100. It was like, I think 150 people limit or something. eBay Open's supposed to be in Las Vegas where they used to do it. And I think they have up to 5,000 people. So I'm definitely going to go to that. Well, I say definitely. I think I'm going to go to that. But I want to go to like Posh Fest because that looks like a cool little event. So like I may get a Poshmark account just to go buy a Posh Fest ticket, or maybe like one of these brands wants to sponsor me and buy the ticket and then just make a little trip because I'd like to see some of the sellers and meet them and stuff. But I don't sell on any other platform. I do sell some things on Facebook, but usually it's for like other people, like family, or if I found like a radio control, like a remote control boat that goes like 45 miles an hour. So I found that for 10 and I sold it locally for like 140 or something like that. So, and he drove like 2 hours away to get it. Like it was like a $300 or $240 boat. And I cheap sold it on Facebook because I didn't want to ship something that massive. So yeah, I'll do like one of those a month maybe. Or if I got like a video game system, I would probably do it on that. Maybe though. I hate meeting up with people. A lot of people they're not very respectful of your time, you know? So, but I have them meet me like 0.5 miles from my house though, at like this place. I do not meet them halfway if they want to buy something on Facebook. Because like you have the stuff they want. I know you want the money, but they want the stuff, so make them drive to you. Lee Gustin, what got you into reselling? Just not making much money doing anything else. And that was pretty much it. Because I was just going to do it on the side. And then I realized how much money. And also a friend of my dad's was making 6 figures selling. And I didn't believe him for a long time. And then I finally asked him about it. And he kind of broke it down to me. And I was like, whoa, like, I mean, he was part-time making that much money. So I was like, you know what? Let me, and it may have been gross. I don't know if it was net or gross. But nonetheless, even grossing like 100K part-time is a lot, no doubt. But so anyway, I decided to give it a shot, and it seemed real easy to me. So I decided to put all my efforts when I wasn't working full time. And then I just got tired of my job and stuff. And I'm I don't have a college degree, and I'm not. I just didn't fall into line in some of those things. Like I had, a little bit of issues in my younger years, but now things are like rolling on all cylinders, and you have so much more time to think whenever you work for yourself. Like there's a lot to do, but there's a lot of clarity in what you want to achieve, um, with your life. So that I don't know. I guess that kind of got me. My dad's friend is what got me into it, pretty much. That's a good question though. Origin story. Do you put a minimum offer amount on your listings if I don't get $5? If I don't get a lot of $5 offers, I don't put a minimum amount because there's some points where I'd almost rather take like it's like it will be considered a loss on the item. Say you make like -$2 profit, but you put in $4 to buy it. Actually, it's a lot less of a hit. So I don't know. It's like you're making $2 back instead of 0. I don't put a minimum on there. I really don't. Maybe I should, but I feel like anytime you have to do something to one listing but not to the other, like say you change shipping for each one, you have to know to do that, and then you have to like use mental real estate and time to do that. And I think it's more of a hindrance than what it's going to achieve. So, but yeah, these are all just my opinions. This one's a Ralph Lauren. So this is like the dress shirt. It's the Regent one with like the size, the 15.5. And it was $8 plus $8.99 shipping. So yeah, just a lot of sales for my shirts are in that like 16 shipped to 25 shipped range. And then every once in a while, you'll get like a good shirt that sells for like 30 plus. Every single dollar. I like that. Talking to Liz about just started cross listing. Feel like it's more work than it's worth. I'm so anxious about forgetting to delist. Now, one of the platforms reached out to me and they said that they have a delisting thing in beta because right now I guess they notify you to delist, but if you're sleeping, you're not going to just wake up to that alarm. So they're working on something every single dollar. So maybe they said in April they should have it like kind of hammered out, but who knows because they're not the ones actually doing the work. They're not the engineers. They're just the people reaching out to creators. So yeah, delisting is one of the reasons I don't do it. If there was a perfect delist tool that would delist all my eBay listings if it sold on a Poshmark, then I would consider doing it. But then you also have to cross list, which a friend of mine says it takes 30 seconds to do. So 30 seconds times, let's say 40 items a day. That's 20 minutes of cross listing. Is that worth the extra sales? Maybe. I signed up for Vendu and find it's easy to delist with them. That's the thing. Like you still have to do it. We want them to do it. At least that's what I want. Becky, hi Taylor. What do you mean about the PO refunding you money if you overpay for shipping? If you put like 1 pound and it's actually 4 ounces and then they weigh it, I don't know how often they weigh it, but I've had like little refunds come in and they come in like an email too. It's very strange. And it's probably the email I have tied to eBay and it'll say like $1.12 refunded or whatever because you overpaid. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's all I can really say on that one. Liz, I follow Daily Refinement religiously only because he's from my area. Good will prices, gas to source storage fees are not comparable to other places. The Bay Area is far more expensive, except New York. Yeah, he's a good one to watch. I don't think it's a bad thing. I watched this stuff for probably about a year, like, everything he put out. It's just, I don't think you need to pay for that. But then again, I've never paid for it, so I don't know what is available. I just know there's so much of his content that it's like, how much time do you have to consume content? So, I mean, to each their own. But yeah, if you have somebody in your backyard, that's a good person to follow, like, just because they are seeing the same stuff you are, gas prices, items, like the pricing. Like, it makes a lot of sense, Liz, that you would do that. I agree. P.S. Did that Hartfield National Golf Course logo jacket sell for you yet? Was it the jacket or it was the woman's top? And no, it hasn't, if that's the one we're talking about. Oh, man. Let's see. Something went wrong with eBay. Yeah, it kind of messed up there. We're at 44. Oh yeah, we're right on pace. This is Under Armour. So these like golf chinos are gonna sell. It sold for $12 plus shipping. This one is green. It's kind of cool. I had to look at the screen to see it's green when it's green right in front of me. Let's see. But I will tell you that mystery box video, I changed the thumbnail. I think it didn't do well because I made the thumbnail look like it was a bad box, but it was actually a really good box. I've sold 4 of the items from that, and 2 of them or 3 of them were like some of the better items. 2 of them definitely were the best items. And I still am in the hole $44.33, but I have 17 items left. And out of those 17, there's probably 3 that may never sell. So there's a good shot I'll make like, $100 probably. So yeah, $100 like shipped to your door with just the work to list it. Like I'm down for that. If I could get like a bunch of those coming in. The only problem is when I go on that trip to source 175 items, you can almost look at it as like that's a $2,000, almost $2,000 in profit when you do that type of trip each week. So like that, that's why it's best to go source your own stuff rather than have it shipped to you, unless your gas prices are high. You can't get them that cheap. Say you can get them just as cheap and not have to spend the gas. It might make sense. But to find a source that's going to get you items that's profitable, I bought a couple lots from people and they were not profitable. And I was like, I'm never doing it again. And then this person reached out and I kind of just went with it. And now I'm really glad that I did. What type of setup are you in? Home office, bed, basement, side bedroom. We have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. This is not the nursery, so it's the medium-sized room. I think it's 11 by 13, I believe. Gary, when one can work for themselves, it can be a great thing. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's good just calling all the shots. I mean, you take all the risk, but you get all the rewards too. Love seeing your live streams, Bud. This is from Alex Ward. Thank you for bringing the entertainment to us all. Yeah, I figured 50 people are watching, so I figured 50 people are probably working hard and just like, man, I need something to listen to. Like, I get it. I mean, I try to listen to some of the other lives and I don't relate to them as well, So that's what's the beauty of YouTube is there's such a diversity of people and, you kind of fall into what you like to listen to and stuff. All right. The last 2, see, I have a bunch of sales that came in. Anyway, so it's not a problem, but it's like for shipping wise, it's like, do you keep packing or do you just go to the post office? This one's one of the better sales. This is Ryan Michael. Ryan Michael has like silk type Western shirts. Most of them are pearl snap. This one, I took an offer from this guy. His name's Gary. I took an offer from Gary because I had it priced at $59.99 plus shipping. And I've sold plenty of them for like $60, $70. And it's a blue one. There wasn't any issues with it. And it's a size large, but he offered $30 and I countered with, I think, 45. And then he countered again with 35. And I was like, you know what, Gary? It's your lucky day. You're going to get this shirt. You're going to go to the club or the rodeo or wherever the heck you're going to wear this shirt. And you're going to brag about how cheap you got it on eBay from me. And he's from Texas. So like it does play a little factor. I am favoring the Texas buyers a little bit. So $4.81 on the label though. That's nice too. Every single dollar. The only tricky thing about minimum offers is when you try to do a sale, you have to go in and bulk remove minimum offer amounts or you'll get errors. That's true. You can only sell it like so much. Y'all, let's warm that thumbs button up. Hardworking fella for 54 watching, 16 thumbs up. Yeah, like I said, on the thumbs up, it's typically like 9% of viewers press like, and it's either you forget or you just don't ever do it, so you just never do it. But yeah, so 1,000 view video usually only has like less than 100 likes, so our percentages are looking pretty solid at what it's at now. So thank you, Jack, for that. Smash like help Sean's channel. Thank you. Yeah, the channel's doing well. I mean, it's been pretty steady. It's those viral videos. Like if you guys watch the Hairy Tornado gentleman, Josh, he was like doing well, and then he did those pallet videos, and it went crazy. So when you get those big spikes, it really changes the channel drastically. I mean, I didn't expect to be monetized on YouTube for like 6 months, and then that one video got like a good amount of views, and then now like a bunch of people learned about the channel. So yeah, when they say like and comment, that stuff does help the video, but it's also me asking you to do something out of your way. And that's not something that, like, it's not like I'm not gonna start a video and say like the video, like smash that, like, but I'm not gonna do all that because I think it's crazy. Like, I get it, like it does help, but is it worth like taxing the audience and not giving them like something first? Like, I'll say it at the end if I remember, but I'm not gonna just like blow it in your face. And a lot of people are doing YouTube in the way of like retention, keeping the eyeballs glued, like noises and pop-ups. And I think some of that stuff's cool in editing, but I think it's a bit overdone in some people's videos. I think a lot of people just want to like learn, or like, what they want to get, what they expect with the video. Like, if I started doing these lives and instead of like wearing, no, well, not just the black shirts, which I only wear a lot of black shirts, but like, say I just did something completely off the wall. Like, I started, I don't know, like fitness or something, like cooking on this channel, you'd be like, dude, what the heck? I'm not here for this. I'm here for him to talk about his business and stuff and about his sales. Like, that's, so I don't know, man. Kind of like a little tangent there. This one is a cool one though. This is the RLX Ralph Lauren. RLX is like their performance type brand, and it's the Ryder Cup 2020 edition shirt. It's blue and it's camouflage. It was really sweet. I don't know what I priced it at. It was either $50, like including shipping, but I took an offer of 30 plus shipping. So $38.99. Really good sale here. And yeah, it's cool. Like, I buy so many shirts, and then every once in a while you find some that are just completely different and really cool. So it's nice to have sales like that. And now my wife texted. Oh, she saw my old boss at her work. I drove by my old work the other day because I had to do something to help my wife. They work downtown in the same, the same downtown area. And I drove by the building and I looked at it and I was just like, I could feel the headaches just driving by my old work. And I was like, dude, never again am I working for anybody. Never. Not happen. Not this guy. Not this guy. I'll read the dictionary on YouTube before I go and work. And I used to repair commercial copiers, if you guys didn't know. It was a copier repairman can either be like you get all the praise or you get the worst looks, because there are times where you cannot repair it. Like, you need a part and then you have to order the part because you probably don't have it on hand. And people are so mad because they're like, we need this print. Like, we need this. And I'm like, if you need it so bad, stop using a 10-year-old machine and buy the newest stuff that doesn't break, or have a backup. So it's a nasty, nasty business because you get all dirty with toner and stuff, Gary says he agrees. He says, well, he agrees. He's saying 35 a month with Chris and Tech has been the best thing for his business. Saved him some money because of the group. Would recommend. Yeah, no, I mean, that's fine. I used all the stuff he put out too, and did well myself without paying. But yeah, I get it, man. He does provide a lot. I don't want to like say don't sign up for Chris's stuff. He's good. I'm just saying, like, if you're worried about like price of things and like you're having trouble, like, I wouldn't spend money on stuff like that. I would consume the content that's out there, but before you start getting a monthly bill, I would try to do it on your own, because you can do it. You definitely can. So yeah, if you're full-time, you do it. The good thing about his group is like, there's always somebody available to talk to. I think that's very important, because it is a very lonely thing. So yeah, every single dollar says, as long as you motivate yourself. And that's the thing. Like, some people need that extra help, somebody to lean on. And I get it. I mean, I do videos for people so that I can talk to some people sometimes. My dog's just not very responsive. Like, I try to talk to Ragnar, and you know what he does? He just wants to run. I'm like, dude, I'm not like into the running mood, and that's all he cares about. So I can understand. I'm currently full-time, went from $1,000 a month to probably netting $80K within the year. So so much to learn in that group. Yeah, no, that's good, man. That's a healthy living, 80K. I'm switching from women's to men's, so now Taylor is the man. Liz, don't dirty up my categories now. That's fine. I'm glad. Yeah, men's are great. I mean, men's there's definitely less men's. There's definitely less men's clothes at the thrift stores. But I mean, there's money in all the categories. But Liz, all the best to you. I appreciate you saying that. I'm the man. I agree. I am. Gary said every single dollar except they help everyone quits the group at some point because that proves the group works. I enjoy having all the guides. Yeah, no, I agree, dude. The guides and stuff and just seeing the processes can really accelerate your business. The higher standard. I found 10 new RLX shirts today. First time I've seen that many at once. Bought the dude's collection, I guess. Isn't that insane? Like, I went to a yard sale and someone's like, yeah, I sold those Ariat jeans new with tags. I'm like, why would you have them? Maybe his wife bought them for him and didn't fit him. But I'm like, dude, those are like $100 something jeans. Like those, I'm sure those RLXs are close to $100 a piece brand new. So pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, we're at 55 minutes. I think I'm going to go pull these 5 or 6 items that came in that sold while we were on the chat. And I appreciate everyone that came. Hopefully the people that come in later will like check the live out and, get a watch. And I'm going to work on the link tree and figure out why it's not connecting. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Eden is agreeing with Liz that I'm the man. Yeah. So, hey, I appreciate it. I think that's a nice thing to say. One of the nicest comments I got recently was on the sourcing video. They were like, I really like the production because I felt like a director because I really put some thought into it. And I had a lot of fun with it. But thank you for all the compliments. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, just stay at it, keep working. I'm going to see about how many of these I want to do. Like, I don't know. I could do them every day because I have to ship every day. And I don't think an hour is like, I mean, I probably could have finished this in like half the time, but I think it's worth giving you guys a chance to talk and for me to, have a little bit of that engagement with you guys. I think that's great for my psyche and for you guys too. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.